What's going on, everybody? One more time, it's um, it's your boy Doc Garcia, and I'm gonna speak today about a very serious. It's a very serious subject, and that's domestic violence. Males, male victims of domestic violence. Um, I'm gonna speak about this because recently I was a victim of domestic violence by a female. Let me tell you guys what happened. Um, okay, basically, my little sister, who's about 3 years younger than me, she has male problems. Like she goes through a whole bunch of shit with her boyfriends and all that shit, and they treat her like crap and all of that. And it's crazy because she treats these wannabe thugs like that she goes out with. She treats them like kings. She kisses their ass. She helps pay their bills. Helps take care of their children. Does everything in the world for these other guys who fucked her over and broke her heart. So she has all this pent up anger in her from all these dudes that she dated that fucked her over. Um, I was talking to my mom one day, and my sister still lives with my mom. How pathetic is that? The bitch is 28 years old and still lives with her mama. But anyway, let me stop tripping. So I'm talking to my mom one day. My sister burst in the room with this goddamn attitude and shit. Pretty much cursing out my mom and shit. And I'm like, and I pretty much asked her, I'm like, man, what the hell is wrong with you? And then she lashed out at me like I did something to her. So she was pretty much like, "Whoa, man, these motherfuckers, man, these dudes are fucked up and blah blah blah, and you just like them and blah blah blah." And she started like lashing out at me, and and I just stood there and all. I'm like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "You need to calm down." I'm like, "You need to chill the fuck out." And this bitch punched me in the face 3 times. This was about 2 weeks ago. Bitch punched me in the face 3 fucking times. And my reaction, I just got the fuck out of there. I left and I got the fuck out of there. Because if I had stayed there with what she did to me, I would have killed her. I literally would have killed her ass. Because this is how I feel, man. You don't put your hands on a grown ass adult unless you are ready to suffer the consequences. You, whether you're a man or a woman, you don't fucking put your hands on no grown ass adult unless you are ready to get your ass whooped. What I find funny, and let me tell y'all this, my sister, guess what she does for a living? The bitch is a psychologist. So she gets paid money to tell other people what's wrong with them. But she can't even find out what the fuck is wrong with herself. So she's so mentally, and I find it funny, you got all these dudes that treat you like shit. You got all these dudes who fuck you over and steal money from you, but you don't put your hands on them, but feel perfectly fine putting her hands on her big brother. Her big brother who's never laid a finger on her. Her big brother who has given her money out of the love of his heart. Her big brother who has always took care of her and looked out for her. She feels comfortable putting her hands on me, but doesn't feel comfortable putting her hands on these other dudes that did her wrong. And you know what? I hope everybody that she knows sees this video so they can see how fucked up she is. Because that was wrong. And ever since the bitch fucking hit me multiple times, the bitch been calling every fucking day trying to apologize. And look, this is how I feel. I can forgive words. People argue, and I can forgive words. That's nothing. That's easy. But once you put your fucking hands on me, we're done. There is no fucking apology that you can say on God's green earth that's gonna make me fucking forgive you putting your fucking hands on me. Because had the shoe been on the other foot, if I hit that bitch, first of all, if I hit her, that bitch would be in the hospital with a sewed up jaw. The bitch wouldn't be able to speak. You know what I'm saying? If the shoe was on the other foot, the fucking police would have goddamn arrested my ass and they would have thrown me underneath the jail. If the shoe was on the other foot, everybody in the family would be fucking grieving her and be like, oh, that's so fucked up what he did, and you know, motherfucker shouldn't be hitting you and blah blah blah. But guess what? Since the bitch hit me, guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Of course. And guess what? I told the police about it. Like, I literally went to East Point Police and I told the police. And they pretty much shrugged it off. They laughed. They didn't even take it seriously. They didn't even go over to her house to arrest her. But I guarantee you, if I did that, they would have been over there in a second. That shows how fucked up and shows how biased the system is, man. And let me also say this. She's not the only one, not the only female who felt comfortable putting her hands on me. My mother, which is, yeah, my own mom, hit me in the fucking face with a belt buckle. Cut me over my left eye right here. It's like a little scar. Y'all can't see it, but it's a scar over my left eye on my eyelid, and I couldn't see for about 3.5 weeks out of this eye. The fucking vision in this eye was blurry. So I had to go to the ophthalmologist for 3 weeks to get my fucking eye fixed because my mom hit me in the fucking eye with a belt buckle. This was when I was like 14 years old. So here we go. Recently, A, you got my sister punched me in the face 3 times because of some shit that she was going through with some dudes. Then, B, you got my fucking mom hit me in the face. I'm a fucking kid at the time. Bitch hit me in the face with a belt buckle, taking her anger out that she had on my dad, taking her anger out on me. So, all of a sudden, I'm the punching bag. So, it's funny because, like I said, my mother encourages my sister to be a bitch. My mother encourages my sister to act the way that she does. And this is why I don't even fuck with my family. At all. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, if I called the police on her too, guess what? They wouldn't have taken me serious then either. I looked up the statistics, and 45.5% of the domestic violence cases, 45.5% are men. I mean, that's damn near half. But guess what? These are only the cases that are reported. I'm pretty sure there are way more cases than that. Because, like, it's become socially acceptable for a woman to hit a man. It's become socially acceptable. You know, how many times have you seen it where if a man says something that a woman doesn't like, then a woman slaps the guy, slaps him in the face? You see it all the time. Nobody gives it any thought. And then you got shit like for example, if a woman kicks a guy in the nuts, guess what? Everybody's laughing. So violence against men is funny, but violence against women is fucked up. You know what, man? I'm gonna ask y'all. Do I have the right to fight back? Because I'm telling you, it took every bone in my body. It took every bone in my body and every ounce of will I had not to punch her fucking face off. Because like I said, I'm well capable of punching her so hard that she'll fucking die. Like, I'm well capable of doing that shit. But guess what? I didn't do it. Even though I had the right to. And hell, women are so busy nowadays talking about equality, 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 and talking about how strong they are. Okay, you want equality? How about this? This is true equality. If you put your hands on me, I'm allowed to put my fucking hands on you. Now that's true equality. Because like I said, I don't believe in hitting nobody, even a grown man, let alone a grown woman. I'm 30 years old. I'm too old for that fucking elementary school shit. Like I said, if I fight you, it has to be under dire circumstances. If I hit you, period, it has to be under dire circumstances. And you know what's funny? When my sister hit me a couple of weeks ago, and the bitch is not skinny. The bitch is like 300 pounds. So, I mean, there's that. So, when the bitch hit me, you know, I was like, what the fuck? And then, you know, I'm like, and then she was like, she realized what she did. And then she started, and then on top of that, she poured salt into the wound by saying, after she hit me, you can call the police if you want. They ain't gonna take you serious. They'll arrest you before they arrest me. And she says this because she used to be a social worker. So she took pride in knowing that the fucking system had her back. Even though I didn't even touch her. And the bitch pretty much hit me in the face 3 fucking times. You know what, man? Men, it's like we're helpless when it comes to this. Because the law won't take our side. Then on top of that, we can't hit them back because it's socially frowned upon. What the fuck can I do? What should I do? I mean, this is a real fucked up video, but it had to be made. I mean, that's all I gotta say, man. Doc G out. Peace.